For fun tips and cool information, tune in to HealingTalks.com. So we are here at the Woodstock Fruit Festival, Nathan Battalion, HealingTalks, and Tim VanOrden, who is one of the great, humble and great vegan athletes here in the United States, raw vegan athletes. I've always been a great admirer of your work.
Well, thank you.
Sincerely, we correspond a little bit. I'm just an aspirant at 63, and I do what I can at my age, but I'm always improving, and it's good to watch you improving yourself.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
As long as we're not moving backwards, we're doing okay. That's the goal. To never move backwards.
Yeah, that sounds great. And maybe you can tell the audience here, the worldwide audience, everywhere, how you started on this path.
You know, it's funny because every time I tell that story, it changes.
Okay.
Not that I've ever misled anybody or embellished, but I find new ways to look at it, new perspectives, new angles. And it's really easy to fall victim to confirmation bias, which is a psychological principle that all human beings suffer from. We remember the things that confirm our beliefs, and we forget about the things that disconfirm our beliefs. And now that I've been doing this for 7 years, I get to see a lot more of the things that disconfirm, so now I have a more balanced perspective. So when I look back now, it's a more honest telling. Not that I was being dishonest the first time, it's just I didn't remember that it was actually a challenge to get started. It seemed like it was effortless and easy, and that's what I told people, but the truth is, it was a challenge. 7 years ago, I was suffering from chronic fatigue syndrome, severely depressed, pretty much debilitated, useless, about to become homeless.
Wow,
and
only 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
And fortunately, some people who cared about me said, try this raw diet. I'd heard about it, I thought it was crazy, I had no interest in doing it, but they were pretty persistent, thank goodness. And I thought, okay, I'll do it for a day. So I went to this raw restaurant, I got a salad and a smoothie, and it was actually pretty good. I'm like, okay, I'll do that for another day. Ended up doing it for a week. At the end of the week, felt great. And I'm like, I feel better than I felt in at least a year.
Wow.
So I did it for 2 weeks and felt even better. And then I did it for a month and felt even better. And it just kept getting better and better. And then I got to the point where I said, why ever go back?
Yeah. Why take second best?
Why, why go back to feeling awful?
Awful, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't about, athletic performance. It wasn't about how I looked. It's about how I felt and how I went through life. And, okay, do I have a future or not? Because the path I was on, there was no future. I was going to be dead.
Right.
Homelessness, in my case, would lead to death. Because I'm too shy to beg for food or money. So, it would have been a short career as a homeless man. So, now, there have been a lot of bumps. And I kind of, it's not that I was trying to smooth them over, but I was just so excited that, you only remember the good stuff. But yeah, there have been a lot of bumps. And in the next 6 years after, that first initial year, it has become challenging. Depression has come back into my life, but for different reasons. Stress and feeling isolated in the community due to my diet, due to my belief system, due to my training, my athletic endeavor. I've alienated myself because as I continue to improve my body, people can't relate to me anymore. They feel insecure around me.
Really?
Which is a strange thing. You notice
the opposite
this,
of what I feel.
Yeah, you notice this with diet too. Because you go out to eat with them and you have a salad and they're having their, cheese steak, pasta, hollandaise sauce, whatever it is, a bunch of junk, and they keep apologizing for their food. Or they attack you for what you're eating. And this goes on for a little while, and eventually they just don't want to eat with you anymore. So I'm at the point now where socially, there's no one that I hang out with where I live. Like, I do everything pretty much alone.
And you live in a small town, right?
I live in a small town that's not very
I can relate
progressive.
to that. Right.
So I train a lot, and people can't relate to me due to how much I train. They can't relate to me because of my diet. I'm still the same person. In fact, I think a better version because I don't have that huge fog that I was under eating the diet. Now my depression is just because I don't have playmates. It's like I want to play with people and there's nobody to play with. So, it's a different kind of depression. So it can be a challenge, but yet the benefits outweigh the costs.
Sure. Thanks for tuning into HealingTalks.com. Check us out again.